Well, talk about a response. Facing the prospect of going down 3-0 in a 7-game series, something that only one team in Major League history has ever come back from. Toronto finally found their bats, and they found them in a major way, leading to a beatdown, the likes of which we had never seen in postseason or regular season history before, dropped on the head of the Mariners. Things got started pretty slowly, however, for the Bodies, who watched Julio Rodriguez detonate an absolute missile 414 feet to left field, coming off his bat at 112 miles an hour in the first inning, putting them in a quick 2-0 hole. But apparently, that day's starter, Shane Bieber, wasn't in any way deterred. As per a quote shared by Bieber himself after the game, "I came into the dugout and told the guys, pick me up. I got good stuff tonight." And man, oh man, did they listen. Just 2 innings later, Ernie Clement would lead off with a double down the left field line on a sinker well inside, hopefully allowing the 9-hole hitter, Andres Gimenez, to just get him over to third or something. But Gimenez would say, "Nah, I'll just do it myself," crushing the game-tying blast out to right field for only his 8th home run of the year cumulatively between the postseason and regular. This already would have been a good frame, but Toronto wasn't done, as after a nice catch from Victor Robles going into the wall down the right field line, Nathan Lucas would line a single to center field, followed by Vladdy Jr. getting a hanging breaking ball and launching it off the wall in left field. All of a sudden, the potential go-ahead run was just 90 feet away. 2 batters later, after Anthony Santander grounded out with the infield in and Alejandro Kirk walked, Dalton Varsho strode to the plate, and on a 1-0, swung and missed at a breaking ball in the dirt, one that bounced off the glove of the usually sure-handed Cal Raleigh, making the score 3-2. But just 1 pitch later, things would go from bad to worse for Seattle, when Varsho launched a high fastball off the wall in right field, scoring 2 more. And the hits would just keep on coming. 2 outs in the 4th, a George Springer long ball, moving him into a tie for the 4th most all-time in postseason dingers. Leading off the 5th, a Vladdy Jr. tank hit just a bit shallower than Springer's, his 3rd hit of the game to this point, a 2-out single from Clement, making it an 8-2 game. All the while, it's important to keep in mind that Bieber was fulfilling his promise, getting through the 5th on a strikeout of the big dumper, getting hyped up as he came off the mound afterwards. A ground out in the 6th pushed across Toronto's 9th run, and then with 2 outs, Alejandro Kirk would land the knockout punch, a 3-run home run to right field that pushed the Blue Jays into double digits. One last scoreless frame from Bieber locked in his final line at 6 innings for the day, allowing 2 runs while striking out 8 batters, walking only 1, while throwing just 88 pitches in the process. This takes us to one of our last real notable plays of the night, when Guerrero came up to lead off the 8th, needing a triple for the cycle, and for a moment, seemingly it looked like he might have it, as he lined a ball to the right center field gap on the first pitch he saw. But being as how the big righty isn't all that fast, and I'm sure he doesn't accidentally want to pull a hammy or something rounding the bases, he decided to pull up at second instead of testing the relay. Back-to-back home runs from Randy Arozarena and Cal would give the Seattle crowd a little something to cheer about, at least momentarily, before going silent once again when Addison Barger led off the 9th with a home run of his own. A blast that allowed the 2 teams to tie a major league record for the most home runs registered in a playoff game cumulatively, with 8. This also tied the Blue Jays franchise record in a single contest with 5. Shortly after, their win was made official when, quite fittingly, it was Guerrero that took a 1-hopper to first base, crystallizing a 13-4 final. Now, you might be asking, where's the historic nature in all of this, besides what I just mentioned? Well, as posted by OptaStats on Twitter, the Mariners had become the first team in MLB history to allow 18-plus hits, 13-plus runs, 9-plus extra base hits, 5-plus homers, allow a homer in 4 consecutive innings, and throw 3-plus wild pitches in the same game. Now, that might sound specific, and it certainly is to some degree, but to me, what stood out the most when looking at this is the sheer volume and diversity of offensive output they allowed the Blue Jays to drop on their head like an anvil, so much so that we had never seen anything like it before. Now, Toronto is still down 2-1 in the series, so I'm definitely not giving them the pennant yet, though I think it does have to be acknowledged that the momentum swing is now firmly back in the Blue Jays' corner, at least for the time being.
Alright everybody, if you made it this far, I appreciate you watching, and if you did, consider checking out any of these other videos on your screen right now for other content just like this. Also, if you ever see anything you'd like to see me detail in the video, feel free to reach out to my email, basebpoet@gmail.com, and if I end up using your idea, I'll give you a shout out. Thanks for watching, have a great rest of your day.